been on a fucking roll, baby. I've been on a roll lately. Another one for you guys today. Clinicians, providers, docs, practitioners, PAs, whatever you want to be called. Let me explain something to y'all. When y'all get admitted to the ICU, and if you're an ICU provider, all right, don't just go off of outdated guidelines or a protocol that you have at your facility. Think outside the box. I see so many times that, you know, we maintain these insulin drips at certain facilities, because I travel to so many different ones, that we've been on insulin drips for like 24 hours, man. 48 hours? I'm like, bro, come on, man. Come on. You're obviously missing something. Because I can tell you right now, that's too fucking long, okay? So, think about the process. Think about what you're missing. Sometimes significant hydration needs to be done for the intravascular volumes, for intracellular shifts, whatever. You know, to close in and out gaps. If you're like, man, I don't understand, gap's not closing, you know, they've been on it for a while, sugars ain't crazy, but I can't close it. If you can't close it, but your sugars are pretty good, you got another process. So they might need overhydration to help close that, all right? The other thing is, if your sugars start coming down, but your gaps ain't just quite there yet, look at your fluids. If you're coming off of 250 milliliters an hour of normal saline, and your gap ain't there yet, but you know, all their sugars 230. Let's put you on D5 at 150. Why? What's the process behind that? Because now you're cranking in all this dextrose with, yes, you urinate, you know, whatever, a certain amount, I get that. But you still create a mechanism of increasing back your gaps. When, if you just cut that back a little bit, you'll still give them that base dextrose if they don't have that crazy hypoglycemic drop that you're worrying about due to the insulin drip. And remember, you also cut your insulin drip sometimes by 50%. You just cut that by 50%, but increased up your dextrose. I mean, that doesn't make any sense, man. Think outside the box, start cutting that shit down. These people shouldn't need to be on these drips for a significant amount of time. Yes, they're hyperglycemic, they're in DKA, cool. Create a better acidosis, you know, fix that, treat the sugar, boom, cut it, done. Now they're back on basal insulin and you're good, send them out, and they ain't taking up your bed, all right? So, that's just a little tidbit I was thinking about that I think you guys can change. Just, some of them think too much into, well, let the protocols. Bro, some of them are outdated like 30 years, man. Stop. Switch that shit up. Yeah, they probably didn't have that meds back then anyway. They probably just made shit up and then when they made these protocols, all right? So just think about the process, switch it up, man. You know, don't waste shit you don't need to be wasting. I tell you that all the time. Don't waste resources. All right? All right, keep your heads up.